Hey, what's up? Good seeing you, man. Colt Morris from Coyote Academy. Kind of wanted to just touch base on walking into a stand, getting your gear, grabbing it out of the truck, closing the doors. Everything's got to be quiet, so they say. So, walking into a stand or walking down a road or a two-track to get to your stand location whenever you're, let's say, nighttime hunting, thermal hunting. So when walking into a stand, and one thing I can, kind of say, because this is something I've noticed, but in walking to certain locations, it's really good to be mindful of the path or the route that's in front of you. You don't want to walk on a gravel lane. You don't want to walk on the middle of a gravel lane because at some point you're going to have to walk off one of the sides. So just go ahead and start walking on the edge of the lane, if that's possible. If it's in grass or if it's in that where they spray it kind of, and it's got that dead grass, walk in that. It's so much quieter, and it's going to even save you just from kicking up gravel or something, knocking something. Everyone worries about being quiet. That's something that I've noticed, is walking on the edge of the lane, not walking directly in the lane. And there's differences whenever the weather's going. If it just rained, is the gravel driveway a lot quieter than what it is when it's dry? Yeah, come on, let's just use our heads there. But another thing is just walk parallel with corn stalks. You don't walk perpendicular to them. If you're going to walk perpendicular to them, you better start practicing your high knees. Because sometimes those stalks can be pretty high, and if you're brushing them with your feet, it starts to get a little noisy. Now, it's not the end all to be all, but it's just a little tip. Be mindful of how much noise you're making, and those are just a few little suggestions I would recommend when walking out. Just walking out to your stand, and that kind of segues back into scouting your properties in the daylight and looking at where you might be calling from. I say where you might be calling from because you always need to take into account the wind, and I think going forward, I'm going to try and have at least 2 different spots set up that I can have a stand, or that I can make a stand on one property location. So say this field behind me is where I'm going to be making a stand. Say this is stand 1. I'm going to go to another location on this actual property or in this field, to where whenever the wind is different or changes up on me, I'll have the route in, and it'll just be wham bam thank you ma'am, or should be if they're there. You got to have them there or around. They run from a mile away. So, yeah, I just thought, let's be quiet. Until the next video, man.